What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Redemption with Jaden. We're here with the moment you've all been waiting for, I don't know, I guess just a week, right? Yeah. For the finals for Lackey Grand Prix number 26 between myself and my brother. We just can't get away from playing each other. We started Lackey Grand Prix 25 playing each other in round 1 and then met in the first round of finals, so the semifinals of that Lackey Grand Prix, which he took me out in that one. And now we met in the first round of this Lackey Grand Prix, and now also in the finals, now in the actual finals, the final finals. And so we are, as much as we love playing against each other, especially in competitive tournament settings, we'll we'll get through this grindy game. I'm just going to warn you now, which, I mean, you're probably looking at this deck and you're being like, oh my goodness, what is going on here? This is definitely going to be a grindy game, and you're probably seeing the length of the video and also thinking that as well. You probably also have seen my forehead, which you might be wondering, what's going on there. Today is the day before the video is being released, Ash Wednesday. Technically, it's not actually today anymore. So, I mean, it's today, the day the video is being released. Yesterday was Ash Wednesday because we played the game tonight after the services, and I'm just getting to doing all of service. There's only one. And now getting to the point of doing the video prep stuff. So wish me luck as I get into it, even though it's already done. I guess it probably doesn't work in the past, but maybe if you try hard enough, we'll see. Maybe it's just for myself now. I will be editing this video, but hopefully relatively quickly, just kind of cutting out the dead space and not a whole lot else. There is a decent amount of dead space because, like I said, this was a grindy game, lots of thinking going on, and we did end up going to time, which I think will be somewhat clear most of the way through the game, so it's not really spoiling anything. But yeah, I'll try to kind of condense it down to minimize the dead space here, but hey, maybe you just want to watch it on 2x speed and get a little bit less of our back and forth, because I mean, we're not really going into too much like detail about our plays and that kind of thing, just kind of mostly straight up. I feel like this was more of a competitive brother game than like a content game, so it's content in its own right because of that, but it wasn't as much of like the I'm gonna make this play because of this move or whatever. Like we can't spoil it, although at the end we do a little bit of analysis, I guess, on the different plays that we could have make, as both of us like to do after we play games. So that is something you can look forward to, I guess, if you're interested. So what do we have going on with this deck? The idea that I had was basically like Minimum Jerry was kind of the name that just stuck in my mind, and probably just going to make that the title of the video here. What is like the minimum offense that you need to like build around Jeremiah the Weeper? Because it's a very strong ability, and if you can make it CBN with Defender of the Saints, then it's even better. And most people just decide not to block. Like if they can avoid it, just don't block unless you have like a dominant or some way to make it so that I can't play the enhancements that I have loaded in my reserve, because they can just do a lot of damage. And so that was kind of the idea. I didn't really mind if my opponent didn't block, because the offense was so minimal that the defense should just be able to withstand the onslaught. It's tricky with dominance and stuff. If you have a really fast deck, really aggressive, like battle dominant deck, it's going to be a little bit trickier, but I do have some options for that, including Complacent, the Cross. Ark of the Covenant is here to help protect Jeremiah along with Cross and Complacent. And then on defense, at least, I got Falling Away and Perplexing Vision and Glory of the Lord, which can be used defensively during battle if I don't have Complacent or one of these other artifacts active, or if my opponent is being basically, if my opponent is able to use their dominance, then I have some dominance to be able to respond with. So that is what's going on here with the kind of concept of the deck. And then I just knew that I needed a big defense, and Babylonians is what I decided to go with, in part because of the way that you can reset Jeremiah. Because once you do Defender of the Saints once, you exchange with him. Defender only exchanges with deck or priest in deck, reserve, or discard piles. So you have to put Jeremiah in one of those 3 locations in order to make this a repeatable thing. So the best way that I felt was most reliable to be able to do that was Invoking Terror. It's a little bit tricky because you also then have to get Invoking Terror back, so it's not as good. But it's when you've got layers, then it works. So Invoking Terror is 1 layer. We can play it on Conjurers or Chaldeans to be able to recycle it. And then Pharaoh's Curse is the other layer where I've got Endless Treasures that can activate it from reserve, or I've got Conjurers that can take it from my reserve if it things get to that point, and then I can use it to underdeck Jeremiah. I guess Delivered with Amalekite Slave also works, but I guess Delivered to Endless Treasures, to get it would, that'd be more likely to happen. So yeah, I've got 2 ways to send Jeremiah back to my deck, and then Defender of the Saints can then go to Jeremiah in my deck. So Jeremiah starts out in reserve because the first time you can do Defender of the Saints, exchange with Jeremiah, and then you can play Covenant of Time to get Defender of the Saints out of reserve. Here's where it starts. A few of the kind of miscalculations, I guess, of the offense, which, to be honest, I put this together mostly today. Yeah, so bear with me a little bit. There are definitely some things that needed to be tweaked, but this was the deck I wanted to try out. I didn't just want to play the same thing as last week, even though that probably would have been better, like the Assyrians. It would have just been better to go with something I was a little more comfortable with for the game, like for the sake of content, I guess. We'll put it that way. I feel like this deck is okay. The defense is very stout. I'm going up against Justin, which means probably Brown Tower, which means probably timing out unless the offense works and I can, get through somewhat surgically that's kind of the goal of the deck. That was the plan, is to be able to be kind of surgical with Jeremiah and then just have a big defense that can make sure I last long enough so that I don't have to attack every turn. I can just attack on turns when I feel like I have the Jeremiah setup ready to go. So that is the direction I took. The problem here, I guess I didn't actually get to the problem. So the first problem here, if I do Defender of the Saints to Jeremiah on turn 2 or anytime after turn 1 when I have access to my reserve, if they don't block, then I can't play Covenant of Time. So Defender of the Saints just gets stuck in my reserve, and I have to get it back out with Crowd's Choice or Crowd's Choice. That's it, I think. I'm pretty sure that's the only card in here that can get Defender of the Saints out of my reserve. So yeah, that's a little bit of a you probably should have done that differently, sort of a thing. Kind of with Abraham is obviously a consideration, but the reserve list is already so tight that it's hard to figure out what to do. And the second thing we're going to figure out is that I actually missed a card in my reserve that was supposed to be in here. I had the whole plan and just forgot to put it in. It's sitting over here in my tokens, and I guess we'll just talk about it right now. So the idea here to you can attack with Jeremiah and people usually be scared because of the things that you can do on the first go around. Sin Offering is a repeatable one though, and so if I can make it so that Sin Offering, like if I'm just going to rely on Jeremiah to win 3 lost souls, or at least hopefully 2, and then maybe I can get the third one some other way with Elijah and the cheese rescue with falling away or something like that, then hopefully that would be enough. But really, I mean, Sin Offering is only going to be super reliable on the first time when you have like first sacrifice to clear out something in the whatever negates or interrupts they have, Covenant of Time to bounce first sacrifice. Now that could work, but I need to be able to do this multiple times. And so in order to get around like the interrupts and negates that they could have, my idea was, well, if I bring Jairus' daughter into battle, top deck her to toss the next evil enhancement, then that basically just clears the way for Sin Offering. I can get Jairus' daughter with Emmaus Road. I can also add her to battle with Emmaus Road, but that's not repeatable. What is repeatable is if I remembered to put Good Seed in my reserve, and then I would be able to play Good Seed, place it in my territory, play Emmaus Road, go get Jairus' daughter, shuffle Emmaus Road back into my deck, and then use reserve Good Seed, put it back in my reserve here, to add Jairus' daughter to battle, top deck her, and then the next evil enhancement is tossed, play Sin Offering however many times I need to, up to 4 to get rid of all the evil characters in battle, and then you're good to go. Unfortunately, Good Seed did not make it into the list. It should probably have just taken the place of First Sacrifice, because honestly, if everything worked, like went to plan, then First Sacrifice wasn't really needed. It's probably helpful, definitely helpful, and maybe would have been better than like Search, but I think everything else was like too good not to cut. I think Covenant of Time needs to be in here so that I can bounce Potter in the Clay, so that I can do that at least one more time. Because the other problem is that I have to play Good Seed, and then I can add Jairus' daughter to battle, but if I'm passing initiative, or I could add Jairus' daughter to battle with Good Seed to toss the next, but if I'm passing initiative, then they get to toss something and then be able to play their negate off of Sin Offering. I could play Good Seed again, but I can't re-add Jairus' daughter to battle. So that is, another consideration, another difficulty with the deck, I should say. So let's just do this. This is where the deck should have been. We'll just put First Sacrifice over here behind my face. This is what I think it should have been. So yeah, Covenant of Time bounces Potter in the Clay, so that Potter in the Clay can be used a second time, and then hopefully that's enough. I mean, if you do Potter in the Clay twice and you get that, then Glory of the Lord can be used for the third time if you need to. Just make it so that only Jeremiah can play enhancements unless your opponent's running evil priests, in which case, well, figure something out. But yeah, that's the idea, and I think it's feasible. Without Good Seed, Emmaus Road brings Jairus' daughter in once, and you get that. If I pull that off in the game, then you can at least see the proof of concept is there. But yeah, there's a few like tricky aspects that don't work super well. I mean, the other thing is, like, even if you do pass initiative, it's not that big of a deal. Because like you still have Sin Offering that you can play 4 times to negate their battle winners, but winning the battle is still tricky, because if they have any sort of negate for Sin Offering, then you just lose it forever. So yeah, if your opponent is thinking they've got a negate and a battle winner, they toss their battle winner, then they just negate your battle winner, or you just pass in stalemate and just like keep on using Sin Offering to pass in stalemate, and then attack again next turn and do the same thing. That could actually work. That might be like the way that you have to do this, but clearly this being the first day of this deck's actual put-togetherness and first game that it's been played, can use some tweaking, and that happens on this channel because I like to play new decks fairly often. Will I play this one again? Maybe. We'll see. I have to play Tim in the first round of the new Lackey Grand Prix that's going on, Lackey Grand Prix 27. So that will be likely next week's video, unless Tim records it and posts it separately, in which case I'll figure something out. But yeah, will I don't know if I would play this deck again against Tim, but maybe be curious to see how it goes. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, the Babylonian defense, I feel like, is very stout. It can withstand a lot, and then it works well with the cross because you also have Idol and Nebuchadnezzar that can kind of double in the effect there, where you're kind of not necessarily stopping the negated cards, the Authority of Christ, Amazing Faith, Shattered and Scorched, Prayer Over Power, things like that, but you are able to punish for those, and then the cross stops those, and we've got Bound Before the Fire. That's the only CBN enhancement in this deck, so really cross-friendly, really Idol of Nebuchadnezzar just works well, and it just seemed like the defense that felt the most fitting. About the size of the deck. Originally, the idea was to get it down to 50 cards. That was maybe a little bit ambitious. If I'm wanting to have a little bit of a bigger defense, and also just ambitious for the first time getting a deck together and playing it, because I have a tough time cutting cards down before I actually play a game with the deck. So I ended up at 63. I wanted to get it down to 57. I think that was my a reasonable goal, but it was a busy day, so I didn't quite get all the way there. Had a almost 2-hour commute home from work because of the snowstorm that we were getting after it was like 50 degrees this morning almost. At least yesterday it was. So yeah, kind of crazy. I did use that time though to think about the deck and talk about it a little bit with Tyler, kind of bounce some ideas off of him. Because I was like, hey, do you think this whole Jeremiah thing could actually work on its own? And explain the Jairus' daughter and good seed thing. So you can ask Tyler. That was the plan, to put it in there. And I just, I didn't have it. So anyways, I don't think I need to talk too much about some of the other decisions that I made as far as putting the deck together. I feel like the Watchman Ezekiel stuff is fairly intuitive, I guess. These are just kind of turn one and alternative options. Same with Elijah. If I had leaned only on Jeremiah, I guess that would technically be the minimum, but I feel like we're talking minimum viable Jeremiah here. So we need to have at least a little bit of a backup plan for maybe one more soul if things do not go to plan. But maybe that wasn't even worth it. I don't know. I like a little bit of speed and a little bit of knowing what my opponent has going on early if I can. So having Victorious being an Angel of the Winds, I can go to Watchman to Ezekiel and get a little information and draw a couple cards, especially when you're negating Evil Search and Shuffle abilities. It's pretty good early on, but who knows if it's really necessary if you are able to get the Jeremiah loop going. Maybe it's better just to have fewer cards in the deck and just kind of skip over the battle phase altogether, unless you've got Jeremiah and stuff ready to go. But I did want ways to get Defender of the Saints back easily, more quickly, without having to use my artifact slot. Like Great White Throne would be great, but Angelic Guidance is just a little bit better, so having a few more angels that Angelic Guidance could play just seemed like it made sense. I don't know, maybe there's a better way to play it where you're just super patient, passing turns when you don't have what you need, and just waiting to draw into things. The Babylonians are actually kind of fast if you get to play your stuff, which is easier when you're playing cross complacent and stuff like Idle of Nebuchadnezzar and Babylon and A-Bomb, Sheol, add to battle stuff. There's a lot that makes it so that these evil enhancements actually should get played. So, or to where you just should be able to block with like Henchman or Ariok and get a little bit of drawing going there. Player Mask of Vanity, get your Swift Horses going. There's a decent amount of speed and searching, that kind of stuff. So I felt okay about that with the defense, but still getting it down to 57, I think would have been the optimal case here, where probably can trim some of these evil enhancements, even though it's tough. Probably trim one or two evil characters. Maybe I can trim a little bit of the heroes. Maybe I don't even need the Ezekiel Watchman stuff. Maybe just keep Watchman so I can have another way to get Jeremiah back. But I don't know. There's just a number of things that I could tweak now after having played at least one game. And if I want to play some more, could do that. But you guys are in for a doozy because you get to see this defense against Brown Tower, and you get to see how it all shook out in the end, even with my, I would like to say strange decisions with the deck, but it was strange and also just miscalculated decisions because this was the actual deck that I ended up with, and we'll see how it goes. But before we get into that, I do have to give a shout out to our sponsors over at Your Turn Games. So I'm glad for them to be able to sponsor this channel and to also give them my a shout out here on the in each of the videos. As you saw yesterday, had a video opening some mystery packs from Mr. T from Tucker Martinez, who ordered a bunch of mystery packs, 17, and sent me the video of the opening, and I was able to upload those. So I was glad that he was able to do that. They're currently sold out, but a difference between yesterday and today's video is that Andy has the fundraiser to help Oregon teens attend nationals in here or on here on the website, and it's just a link to what Chad posted on the forums. And he had some information on there as far as like how you actually, like what you're actually doing, like what you're contributing to if you donate to this fundraiser. And then he has the prizes that he will do by the prizes that he will be giving away for those who enter in or receive tickets in the drawing by donating $20. So every $20 you donate, you get one ticket in the drawing, and then I believe all of them go to the same player. All of the prizes. One winner will receive the entire prize lot. There we go. So you can send money via PayPal to Chad, or you can reach out and maybe he would be able to figure out another way if you're not a PayPal person. But we got a 20 shekels, a Murderous Command, and 2020 Glory of the Lord special promos. So these were all placement promos from national tournaments, so they're all very difficult to get, and he estimated the value of the three of them as $400 altogether. So if you want a shot at getting all three of these, I know I would be probably most excited about getting the 20 shekels because I really like that card, and Murderous Command and Glory of the Lord would be cool too, though I don't have as many of the Glory of the Lord, and by that I mean like I think I maybe have only one, maybe I have two, I don't know, but I've got a few of the 20 shekels and Murderous Commands, so I don't necessarily need those, but I wouldn't mind having another 20 shekels. So definitely if you want a shot at getting some of these cool cards and also just helping out some teens from the Oregon play group get to the national tournament, which is kind of just paying for their flights and their food and those kind of things. then certainly go ahead and do that. And of course, we're thankful to Andy for kind of helping Chad get the word out on that, hosting that on his website. And that's just one of the many things that I appreciate and like about Andy and Kelsey and Your Turn Games, the way they run it, and just being very generous and mindful of the community and how they can be supportive. So definitely after, maybe after you donate to the fundraiser, you can spend a little money over at Your Turn Games and help them out there as well. So, with all that said, I think it's about time we get into the game. Fiver. Hey. Alright, I will start a timer. I think I will go first. And I will not use any stars.
Same.
Okay, prosperity. It's kind of tough. Yeah, I think I'll discard forest fire. Crowds. It's not very fun.
I want you to know my secrets.
All right, good to go. Let's do Idol of Nebuchadnezzar. Go find a Babylonian. Silly Distressed kind of makes things less fun. Yeah, I guess we'll still go get that guy. And I think I'll put him down. And then I would like to go to battle, if that's good with you. We'll do Victorious Being. Draw one. Watchman. Negate your evil search and shuffle. Go to Ezekiel. Be sad that I can't look at your hand. And then don't want to band. I will not band, but I will draw two. All right, what you got?
That'd be the watch.
Good old Watchman. He's better than Jadua, right?
I've been fine with Jadua this time.
Oh. Well, I guess, yeah, your crowds. I see, yeah. Yeah, I suppose.
And I will... I'll Put some to reserve. Ezekiel, we give you special initiative.
That'll work. Alright. Put down Raiders Camp. Put down Babylon. Put down Nurgle with some horsies. And I'll pass turn.
I'm gonna start up. Kill. It will go to battle
Sure.
to attack with Matt.
Matthew.
I'd like to know your secrets.
Should have put Cherubim down, I guess.
Only two use that.
Yes, sir.
Will draw.
Gonna block.
Yeah.
Let's do Nurgle. Draw 2. You did it. Seemed like fun, so I thought I'd try it. And I don't get to play, so... yeah, your initiative. Had it already, huh? Alright, I guess I will capture Matt with the idol. Your special initiative.
I will pass on special initiative for battle resolution. Let's go with a glows.
Which one?
Good.
Good. Okay, Dominish.
Sure.
Let's do that. Probably that way. Yep. No, he's not Daniel. That's right. Darn. Alright, I guess we'll just get this guy. Right, yeah, probably. Add him to battle. And I will toss the next your initiative. Well. Okay.
Begin a new battle. Go. I'll pass on that. Get this guy.
Alright, is that it? Okay, well, I suppose I can let you have one. You worked pretty hard for it.
Hey, go ahead.
All right. Mm-hmm. That's kind of lame. All right, let's flip that over. I will just activate A-bomb to reserve it. And sure, let's put down Nimrod, and I will pass turn.
Ours. Keep. I will close on distressed. Any banished cards?
Nope. Trying to do some drawing with the key.
Arc. I'll go to battle.
Sure.
I will rescue with a Akeem.
Wow. Hmm. This is probably better. Luck with the Deceiver. And let's go get. Switch for Malachite Slave. Capture to you. Go get Ashpenaz. Put the Overseer in play. And we'll discard Malachite Slave to protect lost souls. -2.
I get a shield for your.
Sure.
Just
Big
under deck.
distressed.
Seamless.
Darn. Tried.
Your initiative.
Let's see. Yeah, okay. I will pass.
Me. I will pass turn.
The star. Get to take any card. I'll take Angelic Guidance. Those on top, hat on the bottom. And then my upkeep, Babylons. You have to discard a card from hand or capture your human. Wait, sorry, I don't have an idol active. Darn. Didn't have Unity last turn, didn't have an idol active this turn. Just a
Falling apart.
bummer all around. Sad day. Alright, well, I guess I will activate an idol, because I can. And then I'll put down Cherubim. We'll play Angelic Guidance to reveal to my deck myself. Go get that guy. And then I would like to go to battle, if that's good with you. Defender to yep, to Jerry. My reserve. It will reveal to all. Feast your eyes. Yeah, that's it for my attack.
Here we go. So much could go right and so much could go wrong.
Well, I mean, sounds like the kind of content that we want, right?
Maybe. Um, okay, well, let's just. I'll do the thing with these guys.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Indy. And I will exchange 2
Cora the Explorer. Wait.
Elias and give you an option.
Activate an OT curse from reserve. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, I'll discard. Discard Valley. My initiative.
Yes.
Cool. Start by playing Sin Offering to banish Sheol. And then I will reserve Sin Offering. I'll play First Sacrifice. We'll negate your crowds. See what you got. Glory. Lots of bad stuff. And a shipwreck. Okay. I have to choose something. Let's just get rid of Cyrus. And then play search. Let's go get, I think that's the one that I want, but yeah, I can save that. Let's just go get Son of God. And then play play Covenant of Time to take Defender of the Saints from my reserve. And convert this to an artifact, which sadly deactivates my idol. And then play Potter in the Clay, decrease my Jeremiah 9/9. And this will increase Cora 9/9. And then oh no. I forgot to put an important card in my deck. That's funny. Oops. Yeah. Alright, well, we'll see what happens. Let's do Sin Offering to negate Rebellious Israelites. Get my Valley back. That's the second time on that. And then play it the third time to banish Rebellious Israelites. And then I will play I wish I could use that. Yeah, alright, I'll just play Mace Road to add Jairus' daughter to battle. Top deck her to toss the next. And I believe I still have initiative here. Yep. We'll go ahead and banish Cora.
We'll give you a guard.
Cool. Put down that guy. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and play Son of God on Distressed. And then I'll pass turn.
Let's do our get myself. It's
Dull.
woes will negate. Let's negate the overseer. Like you. What about?
Sure.
Heck with Zerubbabel.
Zerubbabel the Meek, you say.
Yup.
Hmm. Okay. Let's do Nimrod. Go get my shield. No animals to discard or sites for me to take. So, your initiative.
I'll play Faith of Gideon. And I will have the Depraved fight again. And I believe you have Brigade advantage. I've got 3.
You have 4, and you're also not blocking. So,
Right, not blocking. Where's the 4th, though?
gold, red, clay, brown.
The clay count if it's played as gold.
If it's, yeah, yeah, it still has all the brigades on it.
Hmm. Okay. My initiative then.
I'm thinking here. I don't know that I want that. Sure, go for it.
And I will play a plot and banish it to discard these 3.
Mm-hmm.
My initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Display mask. I will. I'll try. I'll attempt to capture Nimrod.
Okay. Um. Yeah, I'll play Mask to interrupt the battle. And then I'll play Self-Made to negate Better to Be Slaves. Capture Cherubim to top deck it. Back to your initiative.
Mm. Inland.
Got enough cards there? Apparently not.
Need more cards. Uh, 2 and big. And
Mm-hmm.
I am 12, 11, 14, 13.
Sounds right. Um, 13, 15.
Okay. Skill line.
I guess I get a shield trigger. I should probably do that. Point. But then yes, go ahead.
Okay. Banish Cherubim.
Can you? It's a captured hero. Does that still count as a hero? Yeah, captured
Captured
characters.
human hero.
Oh, it has to be human. Oh. If it captures
Oh,
a
maybe.
hero, hold it here. Holds any number of captured human heroes. No. So I must not be able to actually move it there. But self-made still. Yeah, it's just capture your character. Okay. Okay, well, I guess Cherubim's still hanging out there, but yeah, it's not a hero. Because it's not. Or captured characters aren't considered heroes or evil characters.
Um, oh, that's unfortunate. Yes, I Spanish is removable since
Oh, yeah. Ah, that's the last time you ever played Noah's Ark.
oh yeah, I have to do brown. Oh, right. Uh, right, well, what happens? Then I take a brown. I'll take
Has to be an enhancement, right?
enhancement. Yeah, I was thinking brown card. Uh,
Okay. Shield, underdeck, dull. Now you're, what, 15, 16?
yeah.
Guess that would go either way. I think I will let the nightmare end unless you have anything else you want to play. Any dominance, I guess.
Um, I guess not.
Kill. Join my pile of evil characters, my discard pile. Well done.
Yep, go ahead.
Cool. Look at those fancy cards. Alright, well, no idol, no Babylonian. Now it's both. Let's do Solomon's Temple. Ooh, my artifacts work. That's cool. Let's flip over this one. See if I got any Babylonians left in there. Yeah, it's not as good with that, I guess. Let's do the Siege Army. Yeah, we'll put Siege Army in play. And I will go to battle if that's good with you.
Sure.
Hmm. The Tender Defender. Jerry's coming back. Reveal my surprisingly, not so surprisingly, less impressive reserve.
We'll try this one.
Mm-hmm. Getting New Testament cards in battle. Okay. Um. What do you have left in there? You had a couple of interrupts. Suppose you could have one of those. Yeah, I'll play a Glory. My initiative.
Sure.
Go ahead and banish Malachite Slave. Then we'll banish the Satraps. And banish the Depraved. And then we'll do. Sure, put down Conjurers, pass turn.
Reserve your top card.
Not the Bean.
Goes on. Uh,
Wait, what was on what?
on Shield. Or my mic must not picked up.
Yeah, I think it's like when you say short things or like sometimes the first thing you say it just doesn't pick it up.
Let's do this and capture Jerry.
Not my Jerry.
Here's Soulsby. Um,
Yeah. Where's your harvest time?
I'm thinking about going to get. If I want to do that or their thing. I guess I am going to take a battle challenge. So go with us to the battle.
Sure. What you got?
Good defender. Oh, look, he was right on top. Alright, we get to do banish, right?
What's that?
You get to draw and banish.
Yeah, I believe so. Yep.
3. Finish. One. And that one. And back.
Hmm. You must have forgotten that I showed you Covenant of Prayer in my reserve.
And then I would like to play
I've got a
this one.
trigger before you play anything. Idol of Nebuchadnezzar. I will capture Jadua.
I play.
Defender of the Saints.
Okay. Um, okay, so I have special initiative.
Mm-hmm.
That one. Dominant juice.
Mm-hmm.
First, when I deactivate my art.
Okay.
That.
Do your thing.
Yeah, I think it'll say that for those six.
Oh, wait, I guess I actually have 7. So you can choose one to put back.
Uh, yeah, let's do and yeah, with disoriented will hit the blind lost soul.
Mm-hmm. Alright. I get to block. Uh,
Your block.
okay. Think. Yeah, I think this works, right? I'm gonna negate teaching in parables. Which I believe puts you back in SI from idle.
Mm. That will happen.
We have 7 minutes left.
Put down that. Oh, shipwreck shield. Yeah, that in reserve. Go ahead. Turn.
Yep. Three. Okay. Um. Hmm. Wait. Did it finally happen? Keem is off. Or wait, it doesn't matter anyway. I have an idol active and I have a Babylonian. So you must discard a card from hand or capture your human. Which I
Uh,
guess just means transgressors. Huzzah. Then still in my upkeep, I think. Yeah, we'll do this. Play good woe or good crowd's choice. Go to deck for woes. Play woes as evil. And I will hit Noah's Ark as it comes into play, and Woman with Child with the trigger. I think. Yep. Go with that. It's probably better just to do it that way, actually. Anyway. Yeah, okay. I will play Valley. You can have your Jadua back. Cherubim and Jerry back. And don't have any of my own heroes to resurrect, but you can. No, you don't have it either. So, no resurrecting. And then I will play Falling Away on yeah, let's just do Akeem. Make him gold. Seems fitting. And then down. Do that. Alright, yeah, we'll keep Idol of Nebuchadnezzar active. Go get King's Henchman. Put him in territory. And Yep, I'll go to battle if that's good with you.
Sure.
Um, you get to do that. Poo. Yep, I knew I should have done that differently. Hmm. Sure, whatever. Angel of the Winds. Go to deck for the Watchman. Gate, Evil Search and Shuffle, band to Ezekiel, or exchange with Ezekiel. Can't look at your hand. Band to Cherubim. CBP because of Humble. Cherubim will band to Elijah and choose Akeem to block.
A wall.
Yeah, that does that thing too, huh? Alright, cool. Here we are.
The dull trigger.
Sure. Yeah, I guess I do get to draw 2 off of Ezekiel. That would go before Dull, I think. Yeah. So we'll take that. Alright, yeah, go ahead. Let's see. I went first, right? Alright. So do we just finish this round then?
I suppose.
Put everything on the line. For your turn.
My block.
Yeah.
Go on. I don't think I need that. My initiative.
Yep.
Where can placing come from?
I drew it on my turn. Or at the beginning of my turn.
That's okay. That one.
Okay. Let's see. I guess that doesn't actually work then. Yep. Okay. I guess. Let's see. Yeah. We'll just play Invoking Terror to Underdeck. scarier? You've got humble. So I guess we go woman with child.
Got arc. Got arc. No.
It's negated, right? Still. Yep. Yeah. And we just pass turn. See what happens.
Alright, upkeep. I will take Wallace. And woes will put on idle.
Was on what? Idle.
On idle.
Wookie.
And storehouse will take alone. List treasures. Your deck. Activate scroll. And we'll take your conjurers.
It's protected by color guard, right?
Okay, mind that one. Could have done that. That would have been more useful, I suppose. Put down. We're gonna play this. Uh, I will negate. I don't know, doesn't matter. Famine, lost soul. Sure. And discard your top two. Page, and I will uh, I'll go to battle.
Sure.
Full leper. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
16.
16.
Mm-hmm.
Take this one.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be my rescue.
Um, with the Deceiver. Go to reserve for aliens. I will not discard. We'll capture to you. And add the henchman. And then so I can capture a human in a territory. I will capture Jadua. And 2 triggers on Raiders Camp, one for the defeated and one for the capture. So I'll move Jadua first. And then the trigger for the defeat, I will release him with aliens defeat to restrict. Which I guess, or wait. I guess technically that would all go after the draw 2 for henchmen, so I guess I missed that.
Where's the defeat happening?
When aliens captures itself.
There's still a character in battle.
Yeah, it says if your evil human is defeated. So
right.
Defeat doesn't have to be the last character in battle. That's just for special initiative.
Are you sure about that?
An evil character is defeated when the evil character is removed from battle because of an ability except for mutual destruction by mutual removal or an evil exchange ability. Or if the battle ends with the evil character being discarded by the numbers of the heroes in battle.
That's not. Oh, it. Really? It's literally. Is that possibly the way that works now?
How did it used to work?
I mean, the character was not defeated if there was still a character remaining in battle and was removed from battle. It was the whole point of my combo deck that got overruled at Nationals.
Oh. Oh, right. Yeah. Because you were talking about that on the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, as far as I know, that's how it works now. Talked about it on one of my other videos, telling me you weren't watching my channel.
Everything.
So let's see, it's your initiative and stalemate. Basically, you need to negate Raiders Camp somehow.
Aliens was defeated, though. How does that?
Removed from
Doesn't it
battle
have to be?
because of an ability. It's kind of like the Syrian Survivor DOU thing.
Right, but the character is defeated before the capture.
Yeah, so because
Doesn't
both
it have to see?
Because they're both triggers, they both wait until all the other active abilities are done resolving, and then once they're done resolving, then you can then you order the triggers. I asked about this a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Marcus said the defeat trigger doesn't care about the actual ability to release, and both triggers, the capture part is a trigger, not an instead, are mandatory, so you can choose the order.
Will interrupt traders.
Okay. So does that mean that temporarily Jadwa's in my land of bondage? Yeah, so I guess, yeah, so Jadwa would be back in my land of bondage temporarily. Well, you banned?
Um, and then these two. And faithful servant protects Jadua from Raiders camp.
Um, yeah, that's a, yeah. Huh, interesting.
Your initiative.
Um, you are 13. Let's see, it's 11. Okay, so play Seize for Servitude, negate Faithful Servant, and capture Thankful Leper. Trigger Raiders Camp. Makes me a 4-11. I believe makes it my initiative.
Sure.
I will pass. And then release Thankful Leper. Is that it?
I cannot believe that is actually.
Guess would you have had a way to negate Raiders Camp anyway if I had, like, if I didn't do the aliens thing and just captured Jadwa, put him in Raiders Camp? Do you have a way to not defeat my evil character or otherwise negate Raiders Camp?
That would negate capture. You wouldn't be in Raiders camp.
And that's the other thing I'm not sure about, because then, like, that's what I was asking in the, it hasn't been answered yet, but I'm not sure if when Raiders Camp moves them, does that count as another location because it's land of bondage to not land of bondage in territory? But I mean, either way, once you play that, then I can still just capture a different hero with CBP capture off of Babylon.
How many more captures did you have?
1, 2, 3. and humble if I wanted to, abandon Babylonian siege army. Did you have Second Coming too, or were you hoping to search for it?
No, I'm going to search for Amazing Faith.
Yeah.
Just trying to think if I had a better line. Activate arc. Oh, you used your falling away.
Yeah.
This thing around falling away, I left your stupid complacent active.
Oh.
Yeah, otherwise, I just did that. Uh, Activate that with endless treasures instead of flying scroll.
Right. Yeah.
I could have losed. I don't know. Probably losed your Peter's camp, to be honest. That was the line.
Hmm.
I was thinking I needed complacent to be active. But
Yeah.
no, I
So
lose the Raiders camp. Activate all the curses. Hands off your souls. Probably still go with Thankful Leper in order to, yeah, I mean, I'm just banking on finding Son of God or Second Coming in the top half of the deck. Really, I guess really Son of God, so that then I can rescue Humble, and then yeah, and then you try to block with I don't know what you block with at that point.
let's see. We've got this stuff, that thing. So let's see. So you finding Son of God, you rescue Humble, Complacence negated. You've got Not Alone.
And Raiders camp is negated.
No, sure. Instead of Idol.
But
Mm-hmm.
Idol's negated too.
What's that?
But then Idol's negated too by all the curses.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, then I have to
So let's see. Aliens in reserve, and I have Deceiver. So basically, I need to block, and I need to turn my Complacent back on somehow without you being able to play Amazing Faith. In which case, I think I have to do that. Play Second Coming to get Crowd's Choice. Play it as evil. Go to deck. And get Belshazzar's 1000. Or wait, no, I've got Deceiver, so yeah, I just want the That one. And then Deceiver to Belshazzar's. And activate A-Bomb. So then reserve it to discard Thankful Leper. Basically force you to play not alone. Unless you get another teaching.
Why is A-Bomb not negated?
Oh, right, yeah. You still have all the curses. Okay. Right. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way that I can block without leaving you initiative to play Amazing Faith then. Because then if I do Siege Army to negate all the curses, then you just negate it with Amazing Faith. Yeah, so I probably get the block, but you still get your second coming.
The block. You mean?
Well, like, I mean, I guess, based on the enhancements you have, I assume that my enhancements can still be your heroes. But I think if you play Amazing Faith, then you get second coming and you get to 3.
Yeah, no, I do that. I draw, and then I drop Glory.
Oh right, yeah, you still have Glory too. Yeah.
Like I kept thinking he's falling away. Complacent.
So you were thinking I played correctly and didn't use Falling Away when I clearly shouldn't have. Or just, negate the right two things.
Mm.
So did you have another evil negate in hand still?
There what?
Another evil negate in hand?
Or what?
For if I get to my turn and got to attack with Jeremiah.
I had falling away at this point.
Oh, sure. I guess, yeah, it's assuming I don't draw the cross or Ark of the Covenant or, put woes on your Holy Curses.
And you're saying you just had Jeremiah with
Yeah, Jeremiah sin offering.
um I mean, like just do Haman negate Jeremiah.
Well, he's paralyzed.
Oh, right. Um so yeah, I mean Jeremiah would have gotten a dull trigger off your reveal.
Right,
I
yeah.
just find someone to block with, but then I can play that and abandon your defense.
Yeah.
Probably just army or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I think I forgot about the fact that basically I'd only be able to do Potter in the Clay once. I mean, I guess like I can bounce it if you aren't negating my neutrals when I do it. But yeah, to do the whole like Jairus' daughter thing, you have to maintain initiative. So like pretty much have to have Potter in the clay both time or every time you do it. Hmm.
Yeah, I mean that was really the reason I blocked is because you weren't going to get the whole whatever with your covenant.
Right. Yeah. 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 Like I mean, I still wanted to play it so that I could get Defender back, but hmm. I wonder if there's some way
Did
that I
you
can.
have what did you have with Ezekiel and Cherubim on your last attack? Like anything?
Nope. I had. And oh no, I can. Yeah, I can even play Second Coming because it's complacent.
Yeah, so I should have just played leave your name and like either reserved woes or probably just Raiders camp. Like
Yeah.
like I was really have anything, but like all you would need is one battle winner. I didn't have a way to add a battle.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because I would pass initiative against those guys. Yeah. Yeah. I threw away my only offensive battle winner in the deck. With Forest Fire, but um, what was I gonna say? I realized that I shouldn't have played Valley when I did. Like that whole turn, I messed up on two parts. The one, obviously, woes on Wall of Protection. Then the two, like I shouldn't have played Valley because Elijah would have just beat Akeem straight up, and so I should have just attacked with Elijah and chosen Akeem to block. That way, you wouldn't get any dull triggers. But for some reason, I was thinking like I needed Cherubim so that I'd have bigger numbers. But did you have lurking or anything at that point?
Uh, I was still in deck.
Okay. Huh. So that would have been good, and then just had to go and get got by Jadwa. I feel like I should have known better. I had Crowd's Choice in my hand, but and then and then even after you brought him in, I was thinking like, oh, it's not the worst. I can use Second Coming to get Glory back, and then you brought out Glory, and I was like, oh right, yeah, you get to banish more than just Son of God.
Mhm. Did you have the falling away the whole time? Like I was really annoyed with myself was when had I had shipwreck and then I activated arc. Yes,
Um, I had it pretty
no,
early.
I mean, I guess you played the shield in battle, searched for it in
Yeah,
battle, so I didn't really know about it. But
right. Yeah, I had falling away pretty early because I remember being, first like, oh, I gotta wait till Ark's down, and then second I had to wait until I had an answer to your other Ark. It was Ark.
Yeah, I'm wondering if
And I forgot about Wall.
I went with grapes or when I went Angel of the Winds to off after the grapes. I think you were out of evil. You still had.
I didn't have any other evil characters, no.
You didn't have the perplexing vision at that point.
Right, yeah, because I used it to bring Nebby out
Yeah. No, I grapes. I
to
should have just.
wins to
I should.
Zerubbabel.
What's that?
Yeah, or you did wins to Zerubbabel.
Yeah, I should have gone to a child and gotten our time.
Mm,
Know why? Like I, for some reason, every time I don't do the early harvest time, can not go well. I still don't think to do it. I just
yeah. See,
like to draw two.
I guess you could have
Draw two.
then just done. Yeah, I would have done disoriented for my darkness. Then
Yeah.
my
Well, and
blind would be on.
at that point I might not have even have named like knowing you had eight lost souls.
Yeah, you don't really have
You
to do
had
them all.
yeah. I mean, because what you two had two in play, and so I'm probably naming five so that I can put so I don't have to grab whatever one is be the worst. Uh,
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
think that just solves a lot of different problems.
Yeah, you start getting your imitate, get your doll back out. Or no, I guess your doll came out on that draw or something. Or yeah, I don't remember.
I think I grabbed all with Amazing Faith.
Oh right, yeah, yeah. And then I shield it, and then harvest time came. Yeah, got it back. Yeah.